Alright, I know that I've already made a video like this a month ago, but since then we've gotten a little bit of information and we have gotten that Mochi sneak, so I think it's fair to reassess when I think the update 5 will be coming out. Or before, a month ago when I made that video, I said it would come out early April. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people say that the update's gonna come out sooner. I can't really see that, considering the fact that I think Paw is still in the works, and as for bosses, literally all we've seen is this model. It's just like the tiny little head model, not even colored. And as for weapons, we've literally only seen one weapon model. Nothing else for update 5 has been sneaked, really. Just Mochi. I know that sneaks generally do mean that the update's at least like coming soon, but I don't know how soon. I think early April was a bit of a naive guess when I made it a month ago. Now, looking at it in retrospect, I don't really think it'll come early April. I think it'll come more like mid-April, maybe mid. I doubt late April, but it's definitely a possibility it'll come out late April. I don't see it coming out in March. People are saying that the update's coming out sooner than you think. I realistically think that the update's probably gonna come out later. Yeah, there's not too much to talk about on the update. Like, literally, we have not gained much information. Again, as for fruits, I mean, I think I made that video pre-Valentine. I'm not positive. I can't remember if I made that video pre-Valentine's event or post. But if I made it pre, then definitely not gonna. I mean, if I made it post, then yeah, definitely not until April, because like literally, like we got the Valentine's event and we assumed string would be coming with what's it called, with update 5, which would have been a lot of legendary fruits at once. But I guess they decided, you know what, nah, and they just released string with the Valentine's event, because I guess, I mean, like, string was done, so it made sense. But yeah, so there's not really a lot to say on this matter. I am dedicating a whole video to it. I want this video to be a little bit longer, but there's not much to say other than the fact that update 5 is definitely, like, we still got more to see. Again, we've only seen one Paw skill, one Mochi, like the entirety of Mochi's kit, and we have seen a one weapon and like some of a boss model, and not even like the weapon. We've literally seen the weapons like in-game model. We've seen it in game, and that's it. We haven't seen the actual like there's no skills for it yet, I don't believe. Though we do know that update 5 will definitely be on Thriller Bark, which is definitely interesting. Well, let me rephrase. Not definitely on Thriller Bark, but it will probably be themed around Thriller Bark, considering the fact that Gecko Moria is definitely coming, as we have his model and we have his weapon, which, as we all know, is the scissors that he uses on Luffy to steal people's shadows. And if you don't know, within the One Piece universe, shadows are like the other half of your soul. You're made up of two people. You're made up of a shadow and a soul, and for some odd reason this never gets like revisited again. But yeah, I don't know how they would work that in. I don't know how a boss would work with that. I don't even know if they're going to end up implementing that fruit, as it would be kind of weird. They probably will, because, you know, as with a boss, usually comes with it, that boss's fruit. It happened with Crocodile. They added Suna. It happened with what's it called? With Enel. They added him as boss, so the fruit also got added at the same time. So, you know, it feels like it's gotta happen. It happened with even the Valentine's event when they added Boa Hancock. They added Marrow. I mean, just because they add a fruit, it doesn't mean they have to add a boss, but usually whenever they add a boss, they usually add their fruit, if that makes sense. So, like, for example, just because they added Horo, they didn't need to add Perona, but when they added Boa Hancock, they added Marrow, because all the skills were already done for the boss, so why not just allow the players to use it? I think the only exception to this rule is actually Buggy on Orange Town. He's the only person, the only boss, I believe, with a fruit kit that isn't usable by the player, which is a Chop Chop fruit, which is definitely pretty interesting considering the fact that if the kit is complete, like he has a kit, why can't we use it? I think he only ends up actually having 3 skills though, but still, that could just be a common fruit. Like, I don't know why, like, we can't use that kit. It's just an interesting little thing, but, yeah, so update 5 definitely going to be themed around Thriller Bark. Hopefully they end up adding the actual island of Thriller Bark and not just like make up a random island like how Alabasta is kind of themed around that second sea island that Crocodile is on. So, you know, they did a desert island. I hope they do go for that. This event definitely would have been better, like timed better during Halloween, because, you know, Thriller Bark is kind of like zombies, shadows, souls, all that shtick. So it would have made a lot more sense to do it then. But hey, I'm not complaining. An update's an update. Content is content. An event is an event. But it would just be really great to see them implement more. I don't know what all they could implement. Like, I literally don't know. I do have another boss in mind. I was about to say I don't know what other bosses they could implement, but now that I think about it, I do have an idea for what bosses they could implement. If you guys remember Ors, that giant, like, they froze him and then they like used him, or like mini Ors or something, baby Ors, whatever they decided to call him, but he was huge. He was gargantuan. And though it would be a weird boss to put in, I think it could still definitely be really cool if they somehow managed to pull it off. Again, Gecko Moria, obviously a no-brainer for a boss. I don't know if... Oh, wait, that would actually make a lot of sense. They do Bartholomew as a boss. Is it Bartholomew? Whatever, the dude with the paw fruit. They could easily do him as a boss, because if they're adding his fruit, because we know they have his fruit in the works, and it would make sense considering the fact that in the anime, Thriller Bark was his first appearance, so it definitely would make a lot of sense to implement him as a boss in the same update. It also correlates because, you know, the fruit's being worked on, so both bosses being added would definitely be really interesting. You know, he would probably only have cosmetic boss drops though, considering the fact that he doesn't have a weapon. So I have no idea what weapons they would end up adding other than the scissors, because to be honest, I can't really name any other weapons now that I think about it. Like, literally the scissors themselves, I'm shocked made an appearance as a weapon, because I would have never even really called them a weapon. He just uses them to take the souls, not really to fight. So it's just a little interesting. But yeah, so just thinking about it, I don't think the update's coming out until mid to late April. Early April was, again, a bit of a naive guess. The content going to be Gecko. If I had to guess, well, we know Gecko Moria is coming, and we know the scissors are coming for certain. We also know Mochi's coming for certain. We don't really have confirmation that Paw's coming. I don't think. We do have we've seen one of the skills, but that's about it. So yeah, speculation that Paw's coming and Bartholomew would be a boss. Speculation that it would be on Thriller Bark, but it would literally just make the most sense considering the fact that Thriller Bark is literally when we meet Gecko Moria and when we meet Bartholomew, Kuma, all of that. So it would just make all of the most sense. And if not Thriller Bark, then an island that's themed like Thriller Bark. So yeah, that's really it. I know it's a little bit of a short video. I apologize, but again, I'm kind of been rambling. The commentary in this video has been pretty ass, I'm not gonna lie. I've just been rambling about, repeating myself, stuttering about. It hasn't been great, but I'm genuinely too lazy to retake this. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.